why intuitive people can become more financially successful and build wealth better than logical people in spite of not having a logical mindset. So you may think when you study wealth, being logical is really going to help. Like, I'm going to understand the numbers, I'm going to know exactly how much to save or how much to invest. And the thing about investing and numbers is, yes, an analytical mindset will help you. Yes, reading something and understanding it from an expert is going to help you. But what logical people don't understand about money that intuitive people do understand is that the process of actually accumulating money takes discipline. And that's what intuitive people are really good at developing. We can develop that discipline just like we develop the discipline to be quiet and develop a long attention span in order to listen to the universe. We can develop that long-term look in order to accumulate wealth. Whereas logical people tend to want something in a sprint. They want to do a project and have a really immediate result and know that the fruits of their effort are going to pay off. Intuitive people are a little bit more open to doing something they don't always enjoy doing in the short term in order to get the long-term result. So think about that. Intuitive people, for example, are more prone to meditate. That's because that allows us to become more mindful and more open to the universe. But meditation takes a lot of discipline. So when we learn to meditate, we're able to tune into the universe and get a better sense of what we need to do constructively in order to achieve our goals. Logical driven people will want to read a book once, understand it, and just be able to implement it quickly. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to pick up new skills on the fly. That can be a good quality. But intuitive people can delay their gratification longer. They can wait for an investment to mature. They're not looking for that short-term stock that's going to get 50%. I'm not saying those don't exist. It's very rare, but they can be found. But we have the discipline to look for all the different opportunities that could be in a lower percentage range. We have the patience to put our money into those safer stocks or safer bonds in order for them to mature. And we know how to make decisions based on wisdom, not on immediate short-term gratification of trying to accumulate as much wealth as possible. Very few people actually become good at accumulating wealth in the short term, and those people tend to be the billionaires and they've got access to resources, whereas everyone else wants to do the same thing, but they inevitably fail. And truthfully, you sometimes have to move slowly and delay your gratification before you get more advanced in investing and get opportunities that are actually going to pay off in a higher percentage range. So intuitive people are good at being disciplined and waiting for their money to mature, waiting for their finances to really take off in a way that is meaningful and productive. What intuitive people are also really good at doing that intellectual people may not be so good at doing is taking no for an answer and still being able to bounce back. Intellectual people will feel embarrassed to ask for help with their investments. And yes, we have to be our own final authority figure at the end of the day and make those decisions for ourselves on what's good for our finances. But intuitive people are more likely to reach out in their community and seek help, seek advice. They're not trying to go lone ranger. They're trying to connect with everybody who has wisdom and find out what is the best course of action. And when intuitive people do that, we've got better resources and we're better able to pivot in difficult times, whereas logical people are probably going to invest in the thing that's going to tank. They're looking for that quick fix in that investment. They've had a big dip in the market and they've lost their nest egg. Logically oriented people are going to try to find the laziest quick fix. There are two more habits that intuitives learn when we're learning to meditate that actually apply to growing our finances quite nicely. And they are taking action in the direction of your dreams every single day. That means we wake up in the morning, we meditate, we usually ask for guidance on a particular topic, or maybe we pull an oracle card, whatever that practice is. It's very easy to transfer over into finances. It's just a couple more steps to look after your numbers every single day and add that into your daily practice. And because we're so used to taking daily steps on priorities that are important to us, we easily just extend that into looking after our finances. And then the second thing that we do consistently is that we do the things that are most difficult in our day first. Usually meditation happens early in the morning because the day hasn't begun yet. That's the time to look after your priorities before anything else jumps in. And that's how we can be very focused on our finances in the same way that we can be focused on our meditation. It's really just one more small step, and then we're most of the way there. Once we know what our priorities are financially, we can look at the numbers and make decisions based on those priorities. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we're always frugal. I think it's important to spend money on the things that truly matter, because when you invest, sometimes you lose money anyway, but the experiences you have are something that stay with you forever. It's not necessarily for possessions. If they are helpful in helping you achieve your day-to-day goals, then they're great. But if they're not actively serving your goals, possessions aren't really that meaningful. What is meaningful is taking that time to build a beautiful experience and taking that time to develop discipline and working towards the direction that is the most meaningful to you. And those are the habits sensitive, intuitive people have when we're at our best that logical people just don't. They probably just wake up as late as possible, rush to work, and try to do as little as possible in the morning. A lot of people don't even eat breakfast, so we have those habits built in of taking really good care of ourselves in the morning as intuitive, sensitive people. And it really is just only a couple extra steps to learn about how finances work and how to be successful in our lives financially. And when we're able to just take those couple of extra steps to learn and apply a little bit of logical thinking into our day in order to manage our affairs and manage our finances, we are able to achieve financial abundance quite easily as intuitives. And many artists before us, like Mick Jagger, for example, his focus was on singing, but he also learned finances because he knew how important they were going to be as he became more wealthy. And it's important for us as intuitives too. As we become successful, we have to get better at being organized and learn more about the logical world. But we do that after we've set our priorities and set our sails in the direction of what we want. Whereas people who develop very strong logical skills believe that what's around them is really all there is, and they can't really see beyond their backyard, their own backyard.